A Kovan message. Taros Kovan, Master of House Kovan, would like you to know that he will be pursuing this campaign until your unconditional surrender is received. For years, House Kovan has watched House Van Tassen reap the benefits of its standing without justly earning it, and Master Kovan, in his wisdom, has decided this arrogance has gone on enough. Light your beacon green to signal your surrender, then we will negotiate. Varen Ravari, Head Alchemist, House Kovan. I wonder if Antaeus is going to take it personally. Captain, what are you doing in that ancient armor? Isn't it obvious? I must lay down my life in battle. I have to take responsibility for the situation somehow. But that's such an old set. We should get you something more up to date with the armory. No, if I must be seen on the streets, I want to look like the heroes of old. The first rocket will be your end. If you insist on this set, let me at least reinforce it with some fine armor filament. Repeating products. Some products repeat infinitely and must be constructed as a single chain. Some products repeat infinitely and must be constructed as a single chain. Oh, wow. They weren't kidding. So do we start on this end? Well, I guess it doesn't... Is getting to the end considered the success? I'm assuming so. Get all of our tools out to make it a little easier to figure out where we're at. And we need to get to iron, so it's 2 quicksilvers in. That is iron, right? Yeah, okay. This seems like a track sort of option. It seems like a nice learn the basics. Must be constructed infinitely. This will go in here and then have to be moved up. This would get in each other's way, right? This seems somehow reasonable. Oh wow, I did not realize that could do that. It's intimidating. Okay, so the first one will pick it up, go left, over and over again. I don't want it to go back, I want it to repeat. I don't even know if this release is needed or not. Maybe not. Maybe it just needs to go through twice. 2, you're gonna pick up, go counterclockwise. Why did that not work? Do they both need to be released? There has to be a way to release the second one. Oh, that needs to be bonded. That's what really needs to happen. So what has to happen here? 2 needs to release it and pivot the molecule. Go to the right one. And then pivot it back. Nope. Something is missing. This definitely has to be repeated once. Can they... If 2 of them are holding onto it, can it rotate it? Maybe not. Because it'll try twisting a bonded. Then how does it get over there in the first place? We're gonna try a different tool. Repeat this really quick. Once it gets there, we want it to be reusable for when there's more there, so I can't just skip. Let me try that again. So I need to program it so that I have to pretend as if there's another iron atom here, even though there's not. So this is good. It goes once to the right. If something else was there, it would have bonded. So then you have to swing it to the right and pivot once. And release it at some point. go back to the beginning. It's working. But I feel like there's some better efficiency with one, and also that takes up a lot of swing space. How did... How did the example avoid that? Because this is going to have the same problem, where it swings up all this extra space. Would it be to have another gripper throw it on a track? Is that how? We avoid taking up all that area? It's at this pivot that things get messy. So it picks up weights, moves it here, moves it up one, it'll have bonded, then you go one to the right, you swing it up into place and move it one right. That seems about right. Let's try again. Yeah, this is going to bring down that area. I was way too far off to the right to not want to figure this out. So we know this works. I think I'm also going to change this out for a single gripper just for the cost of it. I want it to be number one. One swing counterclockwise. And release, then repeat. What just happened? Grab one. You don't need to release. Grab one. You do need to release it here. Done. What is happening? Why is this not bonding with that? Step by step here. It's released, one back. It needs to be released, that's why. It'll wait for both of those. There's one. There's two. Let's see if this works better. Oops, nope. Forgot to repeat it. Alright, we've done it slightly cheaper. This is all after I said all the adjustments are going to be done after. It's because I saw the area was so poorly completed. There we go. Yeah, we are in this crazy area over here. Not the lowest on the cycles or the cost. Interesting. I wonder if this is without the track when you start swinging it around. Oh, I see. Actually switching out the one single gripper with the track and the other one made it a little, made it equally as expensive. Interesting. Okay. There may yet be hope. Perhaps I will single-handedly turn the tide of the battle. I suppose anything is possible. What circumstances? A total offensive like this hasn't happened in generations, centuries. And yet, here we are. I swore to defend House von Tassen for life. I thought that would be a very long time. No matter what happens, you will be remembered, Captain. It's getting intense. Courage potion. Perhaps the Kovan message was mistaken. I won't assume it was. It could still be retracted. An error by a scribe or page, the wrong letter sent. I'm sorry to say I think that rather unlikely. Stay here a while longer, Captain. I'll make you a potion of courage, something to inflame your blood with the fighting spirit. Thank you, Anateus. That's kind of you. I so desperately want to understand how to do this in a way that's not unreasonable, but it feels so difficult to program for each arm to be exactly the same. It's like taking into account that invisible molecule at the beginning of the last one, just assuming that it will be there. So all the arms do the right thing for the future. It's a little tough. We want to put this stuff in here, dip it in here twice, and then call it a day. So this is my initial thought. I want to throw this in here, spin it around. It'll get salted up. And that's it. That's all I want. But I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that. Swing it down once. I want another. I wonder, because this could spin the molecule. At the same time, let's pick this up. I'm avoiding here because I feel like it might get hit on the way out. Maybe it won't. I guess we'd have to go out this way as well. So 2 is gonna pick up, put down, probably return. Oops, I meant to start up here. Then we want 2 to release. And in that time, can we have it pivoted? Twice. Whoops. we need it to wait. It probably needs to be more spaced out than that, but that's the idea. I have to have this repeated. Am I going to 1, 2, picked up, put over, 1, 2, move this one back over once more, repeat this once more, this is it. We're done here. We need it to be picked up and gone once to the right again, but just hang in there. It actually needs to release once to let this happen. 1, 2. If this passes this back through here, it actually doesn't need to be twisted again. Fix it up. It does need that. But it's done there. Goes once to the right, picks up what it has, and go right once more. Oops, release. It can either go one more or to pivot it once counterclockwise. If it's pivoted once, it'll be brought. Nope, that's not right, but let's just do it the easy way. Have it tell me what it's gonna be. Is that it? Oh wow, that was it. That was it. There must have been another arm that they used to help reduce the number of cycles, but I'm quite happy with that. I feel like now that I've gotten a lot further into the game that the cost is usually the one that I go down for, and maybe that's just because it's easier to debug one arm than 10. I've seen some of the gifts online, and that one crazy one from Jam Jest, like that's a lot to process and decode and debug. And I feel as someone who's not a computer programmer, For me, it's easier to keep track of 2 arms. Just trying to sync the 2 arms, I have a fair amount of debugging, basically. Oh well. I'm enjoying the game so far. It's really satisfying to see it run. Do you think the courage potion will work? It seems difficult to contradict the habits of a lifetime. It will, after a fashion. The potion I gave him is mostly alcohol. Glad to see you haven't lost your willingness to toy with the poor captain, even in these dire straits. It's not toying. Not this time. If honor demands that he lay down his life, I want him to feel comfortable, at least, and most like himself. That's touching in an odd sort of way. Hastily written note. My lord, the enemy is upon us. I must now enter the fray myself. It has been an honor, the highest honor, to serve you for almost 50 years. If I had 100 lives, I would give them all, but I am sorry I have just one. Captain Jelt. Damn.